Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, 4 friends play D&D loosely based on our favorite movies, shows, and games. This is episode 6 of Campaign 10. The players are actors in Candyland playing through the plot of Mortal Kombat. My name is Casey Sears. I am your Dungeon Master this evening. With us is Chuck Ventus.
Hello there. I play Cole Steele, the main character of this movie.
Chuck, any love interests in your personal life, or in Cole's personal life? I know you're happily married.
I am very happily married. Cole Steele, he's a wild bronco and can't be tamed by no woman, so he has no main love interest except for this one woman that just wants nothing to do with him, and her name is Felicia.
Are you trying to think of Tonya Bladeson?
Oh, no.
No, I was just trying to make up some shit on the spot. No,
Okay.
he's just a wild bronco.
I thought you were going to mix two names together. Like
I was trying to. He's just a wild bronco. He has no. He's more in love with himself than anyone else.
How old's Cole Steele?
He's in his 40s,
Okay. Gotcha.
mid 40s.
Any divorces in your past?
No divorces.
Okay.
Nope.
With us also this evening is Robbie Ponder.
hello.
So we know who Devon loves, but is there anyone else that's a little more serious than Tonya Bladeson? A little more realistic than Tonya Bladeson?
Yeah, I don't think Devon loves her. It's more like he just teases her because it's kind of like she's a bully and picking on him and he doesn't know what to do and how to act. Devon, he's pretty fast and like women just can't keep up with him. So he's just like probably going from one to the next to the next to the next. Once he gets bored with, the next one, and gets bored with the next one, just keeps jumping around. There's been some ladies' houses or apartments where he got so bored where he just runs and jumps out their window.
Sounds like not a smooth guy then with the ladies.
Well, I mean, once you're a celebrity, you don't got to worry about being smooth with the ladies anymore, right?
Okay.
You're pretty famous, and then that's like, I don't know. I'm not famous. I don't know how it works, but I mean, that's how you don't have to have game anymore, right?
We are celebrities. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess. Thank you, listeners.
Also with us tonight is Matt Poppich.
Hey, I play Beowulf.
Beowulf have any love in his life?
So I'm going to say, we're going to stay on brand here and say that Beowulf's love life is very much just a comedy of errors. Like he'll fall deeply, deeply in love after like 1 or 2 dates and just get rejected out on date 3 when he, goes to go in for a kiss. We'll say maybe he had like 2 to 3 monther at some point, but it was like he thought it was it, and then it ended up that he was like the third string for her. Like she already had 2 other dudes, and he was just something on the side. Just so into it that he had no freaking idea when it happened. He was like so in love. So as per usual, pathetic.
I would just like to point out, this isn't for you 3, but when your husbands fantasize, I just want to point out that it's to be a totally single, childless bachelor in their fantasy games. So just as an aside, as an FYI to you, so you know what's coming. Just want to let you guys know. All right, guys.
ready.
All right, back to you 3. All right, cool. Right, you guys didn't hear that last bit, right? I wasn't talking to you.
I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Okay.
See, I kind of think, what about Matt if Beowulf was like a guy that women tried to like get married to and then like got divorced right away just to like get his money?
Yeah, that's what I assumed about Beowulf, that he had been hosed by many, many bad divorces, like Nicolas Cage on number like 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever the hell.
So unfortunately, he can't even get to the stage of a marriage, or he probably would have multiple nasty, nasty divorces.
So this like he's so awkward and bad. He's just like the third date, and then like they're done with him.
Yeah,
They're
pretty
like,
much. Yep.
no money is worth this amount. They probably figure out like you're broke or something. I don't know. Because Beowulf seems like he's broke because he's trying to get into the next movie, right?
Oh yeah, he's super broke at this point.
You know, Nicolas Cage just got married again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said that. The three of you are standing on a treacherous black, obsidian black staircase on a very tall crystalline spire, surrounded by a magnificent swirling thunderstorm, high above a foggy and misty crashing coastline. You are wet, almost like a sticky wetness from the mist of the storm and the waves below and just the general fog. The three of you are standing on the lower parts of the stairs below another three. Your three rivals. Tonya Bladeson is in the front. I believe Stefan Seagill is behind Tonya, and behind Stefan is Robert McCharles. Bobby McChuck. That guy. And Tonya Bladeson and Devon Lark just agreed to Mortal Kombat. Roll for initiative.
You want all of us to?
No, just Devon and Tonya at this point.
Cole Steele will throw his hands in the air and say, 1 second. Let's spice it up a bit.
Tonya Bladeson adjusts her gloves, takes off her hat, and tosses it off the spire and says, 1 second's going to be all I need. And she cracks her knuckles.
Why don't we make things interesting and fight to see who represents Earth Realm? I say, my team, me as the leader, Cole Steele, Devon Lark, and Beowulf, challenge Tonya Bladeson, Robert McCharles, and Stefan fucking Seagill. I'm tired of looking at your face, Seagill. I'm going to put an end to it tonight.
Actually, it's very hard to see his face, so you're probably screaming this above the sounds of the storm and the crashing waves, right? You're on a very narrow spire. At this point, it's running out of space. It's even hard to see the first person in the lead on these stairs as they spin up. And then Tonya looks over at the kid, right? There's a kid that's floating. 2 kids. Actually, we'll say there are 4 kids that are floating out off the spire. 2 little blonde-haired Hansel and Gretel-ass looking kids and 2 little redheaded kids. The little blonde kids look at the redheaded kids and say, "Do you agree to the terms 3-on-3?" And the little redheaded kids look at the other set of warriors. Tonya looks up over her shoulder, and you hear Stefan and Robert McCharles kind of whispering a little bit back and forth as she backs up from the stairs a bit. And they say, "We accept their challenge of Mortal Kombat." So do you want to throw out any other conditions? Do you guys want to move up the spire to the flat area to fight? Do you?
Yeah. We want to start on level ground before we start. What do you say, team? Are you with me?
So Beowulf was, while being probably the physically largest, was probably I don't know about hiding behind, but purposefully single file behind you, avoiding eye contact. But now he'll say, I mean, are you, yeah, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
Cole Steele will notice that Beowulf seems a bit, what would you say, Matt? skittish, or
Yeah,
because you were saying he was kind of hiding
standoffish.
before?
Yeah.
So because you were saying he was kind of hiding
Standoffish.
before.
Yeah.
So I'll turn to him and say, and walk up to him and put my hand on his shoulder as best I can because you're a big guy, and I'll say, "This is a part of the movie where you earn that paycheck. This is where heroes are remembered." And I give you a bardic inspiration.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and light my hex blade up. My, I can have a glow crimson red now, and I'll go ahead and light it up.
Devon's there, and Tonya Bladeson took off her hat and threw it as all this talk is happening. And Devon just kind of looks over at the hat, and I'm picturing Casey has just thrown off the entire cliffside that we're standing on.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of just starts blowing and flying away, and it starts falling down as I'm staring at this hat. Before we move up, and yes, Devon will agree to this. He will nod his head in agreement. Casey, I feel that Devon needs to know King Kandy. Well, Lord Licorice said that King Kandy made these people, and Devon needs some type of connection because he's not like an action actor where he's used to hand combat and seeing blood and everything. But so I feel like Devon needs to know that Tonya and Robert McCharles and Stefan are fake. Can I do like a roll to say
Insight?
find out? Yeah, some type of insight to make sure that they're made up and not like real humans.
Sure. Stefan Siegel has very convincing robot arms now, so that might be a part of it. But again, special effects, who knows, right? That could be projected light. But also, you're in the Dream Dome, so if these are real actors,
That's what I was going to say. They're real actors, but everything how are you going to be able to tell that stuff?
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration on here because I feel this is important to my character. And luckily I did because I just critically missed. I think I'm critically missed more on D&D Beyond than I have the entire 3 years we've been playing this game. So I got an 11. It's not as great as I thought it would be, but it's an 11.
it seems, it seems fine. Also, considering that you think that everyone's just playing a part, perhaps, or that they are creations of the Dream Dome. You're not sure. You're not sure what the hell's. I mean, right? You guys have been in this dome for days. This is becoming a very surreal, hyper real experience for you all. So yeah, you're kind of like, yeah, seems fine, checks out. These people probably aren't real. I probably believe what Lord Licorice is saying.
Okay. Yeah, well, continue to the top of the spire thing.
Well, hold on a second. Those three did not turn around. Those three talked after your suggestion of going to the flat area and speaking, or to the top and fighting. Tonya yells, "We think it would be more interesting if we fought right here." And they deny your request for moving to the top of the platform.
Well, nuts.
I don't back down from a challenge. I see you're eager to fall off of this cliff, so I accept as long as my team accepts as well.
What?
Yeah, I think this is dumb of us, but all right, whatever. You're the quote unquote leader. So if you want to quote unquote total party kill us by getting us knocked off a cliff, you go right ahead. And just know that I will blame Chuck Ventus, not stupid Cole Steele. I will blame Chuck should we party wipe.
Oh man. Oh, I won't blame you, Chuck. I'll blame your character. I think you're role playing your character. Oh, Matt, don't take it out on him. Oh man. Wait a minute.
Will.
So I don't think the audience got to hear it, but Casey told us before we started recording that this could be a very quick episode.
Saying, I
That's
don't
what
know.
he's talking about.
It was fun. Crit Sandwich was fun. Great decision, Chuck.
I'm not afraid.
So I guess we're fighting here, but Casey, so like there's no room to the left and right of us, like we're in a single line.
Yeah. Here's how this is going to work. It is a single line. It is a tight spiral. Only melee combat can happen between the two people in the front. You may use at any point an acrobatics check. If you want to use half of your movement to move past someone, you must do a DC 12 acrobatics check to move around someone on the spire.
So even if so Devon's in front, I'm in the middle, and Beowulf's behind. If I want to pass Devon Lark, I have to do an acrobatics check, is what you're saying.
Yes, a DC, which for you guys, right, is probably pretty easy.
I'm plus 15 on my acrobatics check, so I'm pretty
Let me change that to a DC 15 acrobatics check. It's now a DC 15 acrobatics check because we're on a curve here.
No.
Oh, man.
What about that? That's
open
me.
your mouth, Chuck.
It's
We could have got it
expertise.
on a crit miss.
But that's expertise, though, with the rogue and bard. So
you're never going to miss it.
I'll never miss, unless I crit miss.
Unless you crit miss. So you have
Unless
a
I crit
5%
miss.
chance of failing. That seems fair. Matt and Robbie, what are your guys' acrobatics checks?
I got a plus 14, so as long as I don't crit miss.
I have a plus 9.
Okay. They'll be making the same checks too. But there has to be room. If two people are skirmishing and they're like right in front of each other fighting, you're not going to just be able to butt in and jump in front of that person. So DC 15 acrobatics check to move past someone. Whoever is in the very rear can be attacked by who is in the very rear of the top flank, and vice versa. Whoever's in the middle are going to be kind of opposite sides of the spiral. But if both people are in the rear, they can do some long range back and forth. Since they're on the top, they're going to have advantage shooting down. Whoever's in the rear is always going to be a target for whoever is in the rear of the upper group. And you will have disadvantage attacking up because they will be able to kind of hug the wall and just take pot shots down at you. You are at a supreme tactical disadvantage here.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
the worst.
Well, you guys started a fight. You guys started the fight here.
Chuck, you're the worst player.
Agreed to a fight. I think that was
Yeah.
Robbie agreeing to a fight first.
So, Casey, to get to the top, is that an acrobatic check or just to be able to go past somebody?
To be able to go past somebody.
Okay.
Unless you can run straight up a wall, maybe one of you guys can,
How
and enter,
how far?
if you can run straight up 40 feet, you can get to the next ledge above you.
Okay.
If our walking speed's 45 or 40 feet, is that what you're saying?
If you can jump straight up 40 feet or climb a wall straight up 40 feet. Because this is rock candy. It's like glass. It's not something that is like craggy or you're going to have good footholds or finger holds on. It would be like running straight up glass.
Let me ask you a question about equipment before we get too deep into this, okay? My DOS loot.
Mhm.
The charges on my DOS, the things I can do with my DOS loot, can I do all of those things?
Yeah, you can now. Yeah, if you break this and you totally do something crazy, that's probably my fault on the DM for giving you too much shit at this point in the game. But if any of you fall, it is maximum fall damage. That is 20 d6s. Whoa, I should probably get a calculator out, just in case here. That is the stage that we have set for our combatants with a K. Everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
Devon Lark got a 14.
18 for Beowulf.
22 for Coal Steel.
Rivals got a 19. So it will be Coal Steel, then the Rivals, then Beowulf. And then Devon last, although he is in the first position here. So we will see what happens.
Kind of just watching that hat float away.
Also, no bracing, no power, no any of that nonsense, right? It's a 3-on-3 sort of ish fight. Cole, what you got?
So I can't do any combat here in the center, but I guess I'm kind of protected in a sense. Is that correct?
Yeah, the center is the safest place to be. In the front, you're going to be you're going to be fighting whoever's in the front. In the rear, you're going to be a target whoever is up above you.
I'll say to my team, they'll see. You'll see Coal Steel pull his guitar from his backside to his front. And I'll say, keep him busy for a while. I have a plan. and I just start playing the guitar, the Das lute, and I focus on Devon Lark. I wanna fly like an eagle. And so I'm just like, dan, 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 and I'm just playing it to the sea. And I actually cast Fly on Devon Lark with the Das lute.
What's that look like? Is he just standing there and then like suddenly his like legs start kicking because he's no longer touching the ground?
I would imagine that he's just kind of like, maybe, I don't know, you tell me, Robbie, like maybe Devon's like kind of getting ready. He's kind of jumping around because he doesn't stand still. And then all of a sudden he's just like dancing in the air.
Yeah, I probably got my Reaper with my curved tip on there bent. I kind of have that back on my right side. I'm probably shifting my weight like a boxer, jumping to my left foot, my right foot, jumping back and forth with my left hand up, kind of blocking my face as me and Tanya Bladeson are 5 feet away from each other. And then like all of a sudden I start jumping from my left and my right, and then I'm like not touching the ground anymore. And I kind of like lose my composure at first. I'm just like starting to float. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
And that is my turn. Enjoy that, Robbie, because I did something very special for you.
Thank you. I am happy that happened, but I do have things in case I fall. I took a lot of parkour things.
Can you fly?
No.
Okay.
It's just let me ask this one thing. I think it's kind of important. Is this a concentration?
Doesn't say it is. I don't know. Is fly a concentration spell?
I don't know if it comes from your item, if it's concentration, but I think if it comes from a character.
I can't cast that spell until the next dawn. So you're the only person that gets fly.
Oh, man.
It is a concentration spell.
Okay.
So you have to keep, I kind of think of it as like you almost gotta.
I gotta keep playing.
You gotta keep playing a little bit there to keep that rolling. Maybe even if it's just a pluck or something, or like a little bendy, putting a little bendy in there. Yeah, even if you're fighting with your other hands, you're still kind of doing a little bit of plucking or reverb or something with it.
Actually, is it still my turn? Like, what's the... Well, no, I'm fine. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay in between right now.
No bonus actions?
No bonus actions. That's all I wanted to do was use my action to play the Das lute.
Robbie, are you holding weapons?
Yes, I have a Reaper in my right hand. And a shield on my left hand.
Tonya Bladeson sees you starting to float, and she takes a couple swinging kicks at you, just barely misses as you're starting to wobble, but then her third swing comes in. She hits you with a disarming attack. I need you to, and she rolled a 19 plus 9, a 28 to hit on that third one. The first two were garbage rolls.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
I need you to make a DC 17 strength saving throw.
Whoa! 17?
Yes.
Now, I've expected Devon Lark to be fighting freaking Kandy people. I didn't go and redo my character sheet to be able to fight characters and have a disarming strike on my guy. All right, here we go. Strength check. I have a +0 to strength, so it's...
Oh, wow. This is bad.
And I rolled a 7.
Your weapon falls to the ground. I want you to roll 1d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, it bounces off of the tower into the abyss. On a 4, 5, or 6, it lands on the stairs.
That's 6.
Okay, so it lands on the stairs safely just behind you, on the step behind you, as she comes in with an attack that's going to do... Oh, she rolled nothing but 2s and 1s there. 10 bludgeoning damage. She does a couple of kicks and then a flat palm to your hand, knocking the blade out of your hand, and you are very fortunate that it did not fly away.
So did she like smack it out of my hands or like kick it out of my hand?
Yeah, she like flat palmed your hand as you were floating there, and it smashed your knuckles and it fell to the ground. And she hit you. She hit you good.
Yeah, I just imagine that Devon was probably distracted by starting to float, and his hands were kind of like a cartoon character starts running in place. Devon's probably moving his arms up and down, and she just smacks it right out of his hand.
She goes, "Come at me, traitor. Siding with the Kandy people instead of with Earth." Who was in the middle again? I believe that was Robert was in the middle.
I thought Stefan Siegel was, but maybe were they mirror image of us?
I think they were a mirror image of you guys, right?
So I'm in the middle, so Siegel's in the middle as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, Siegel's in the middle. Sorry, for some reason, I forgot that Siegel was the other guy. I forget who hates who here.
We all hate each other. Hey, Robbie, nice job flying up over behind them.
It hasn't been his turn yet.
I know, just kidding.
Up above you, up above Beowulf, Matt, you see Robert McCharles slam one of his fists into the ground, into the stairs below him, and he actually kicks off a pointy, chunky bit of the spire down towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
24.
This chunk of rock falls down at you, and you easily just kind of step back as it slams into some of the stairs around you.
Nice.
I think D&D Beyond is like so generous to Matt because Matt's the one that spends all the money on D&D Beyond, and like I just piggyback right off that. So like all my rolls are crappy.
Does he have disadvantage on that?
No, it's just attack rolls.
Oh.
And actually, after you hear him do that, you hear Stefan Siegel shout something, and then you actually see Stefan. Hold on, let me roll a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, fine. You actually see Stefan and Robert McCharles switch places, and now Stefan is all the way up at the top. And he is, now that you have a better view of Stefan Siegel, not only does he have big metal arms, he's got one black eye that is now glowing red. And he is going to shoot a red beam of fire down at Beowulf from his eyeball. And that is, he only rolled a 16 to hit.
I have 17 armor class, sir.
Yeah, so you feel this red hot beam fly by your body, and you're like, wait, what the hell? And that is their turn.
I believe that would
No.
put me as next.
We're on the offensive.
Yes, Beowulf, you are up. You are in the rear. You can see Stefan Siegel with his robot arms and his red glowing eye.
Well, I'm going to go ahead.
He's Kano and Jax.
I figured that out. Yeah, it's nice. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast the spell, and I'm going to Misty Step up right next to him.
Oh. Are you behind him or in between positions 2 and 3?
So, no, I don't want to put myself right in between them. So my only other option is behind.
Well, so you would be the last person in line, as in you could run all the way up to the top to the flat area if you wanted to, and no one would be in your way.
I'm more interested in attacking and pushing them off the ledge.
Okay. Yeah, so you can be above them, or basically above the last guy on the stairs. So you could be the top man on the totem pole.
Okay.
I
would like to go to the top man on the totem pole, and then I would like to take an attack action against, I guess, the only one I can reach. So I have 10 feet reach, but I couldn't reach past somebody, so I can only get Stigal or whatever.
Stefan. Yep.
It's Siegel.
All right.
Okay.
Siegel.
It's a real person.
I'm attacking Siegel.
Right? It's not made up after anybody.
First attack, 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
I'm going to go ahead and use Bardic Inspiration then.
Okay.
A 5, so 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
My second attack is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
When my first one lands, I want to go ahead and use a superiority dice, and I'm going to do a pushing attack.
Okay.
If I hit with a weapon, you can expend one superiority die to add to the total damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw of 17 or better. On a failure, I push the target 15 feet away.
17 is what he rolled.
All right, so he tied. He's not pushed.
Yeah.
So damage-wise, 12 and 16.
Yeah, you swing you're assuming you're swinging your glaive 10 feet
Oh,
away
yeah.
from
Yep.
above. Yeah, you swing down on him twice, and he lifts his metal arms, and you're bashing them. You're definitely doing damage to those metal arms, but he speaks back to you. I'm unkillable. These upgrades just make me stronger. You see the little red glint in his laser eye.
Beowulf is probably intimidated, but he's got the high ground, so he's just going to keep wailing. But he already used a bonus action. Probably don't want to use a movement, so I will stay put, and that's my turn.
Cool. Devon, what's up?
So Chuck, what was your plan with me having this fly? Because if I fly,
My name's not Chuck.
Chuck, did I call you Devon?
My name's not Chuck. It's Cole. Steel.
Cole, what was your plan with? What was your plan, Cole? What was your plan? Why did you want to cast fly on me? If I move, then she's going to be able to hit you and possibly make me fall. What was the plan?
Not a really good time to talk, kid. It's time to bust a move. I'm playing my
Cole-
guitar.
What do you want me to do? All right, what was the plan here, Chuck? Cole, what was
It's
the
on
plan?
you now, Robbie, man. You got to improvise.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, Robbie.
He just potentially saved your life in case she tossed you, because she was
Maybe
going to do something different if you weren't floating. Let me
Maybe
tell
I
you
got
that.
a soft spot for Devon. I don't want to see a kid die. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, because she definitely would have thrown your ass off had you not been flying.
All right, what's it going to cost me to pick up my sword back up?
It will cost you an attack.
Dang.
Or I guess it'll cost you a bonus action. I think that's fair. Bonus action.
I was saying dang because I thought taking an attack away was being nice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, it should. I think equipping a weapon is actually an action. But I'll call it a bonus action. Y'all are really fast.
Okay, I'll pick up my rapier. I'll pick it up. There goes my bonus action. I'll swing it at her. A 20.
Hits.
Okay, and I also have a pushing attack, so you need to beat a DC 17 strength.
18.
She passes.
Casey just doesn't want us doing any pushing, does he?
Yep.
These people have really good stats. Just FYI. Especially dexterity and strength saving throws. Stefan Siegel has a plus 11 strength saving throw, so you almost knocked him there, Matt.
Okay, Chuck, am I allowed to sneak attack her?
If you hit her, yeah. I mean, well,
So I have something where I don't need advantage.
don't you? Yeah, as your class, you can. You don't need it. Yeah.
Because of the rogue that I am. Okay. So, Casey, my first attack is 17 plus 5 for my maneuvers attack. And then plus my sneak attack damage is another
you're talking
8.
damage.
Yeah. So 13, 5, and 8. And then my extra attack, I'm going to go ahead and swing at her again. Okay, Casey, so my next hit was another 20, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to push her again with my rapier.
Okay.
DC 17 strength.
That's a 14 plus 5. That's a 19. She's staying strong. She's resisting your forward momentum and bracing herself with her feet on the stairs behind her. She's a deft and fast athlete. But you're still hitting her.
Yep, this one's a total of 17 damage. I'm just going to action surge. I want to get rid of her.
Cool.
That's a critical miss. Another critical miss. I think I'm done rolling on D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm done rolling on D&D Beyond, guys. Oh my goodness. I got my die out here. That's a 9 plus 11. It's just another 20.
Hits.
So I'm going to do the maneuvers attack again, Casey. If you want to do DC strength check, 17.
It's a 7 plus 5. It's a 12.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me give you the damage on that, and then you can tell us what happens to her. 20 damage on that last hit there.
And you pushed her how many feet?
15 feet. And if I can push her, of course, off the ledge, that's what I want to do is I want to swing my repair and like hook it around her foot that she has. She's in like a defensive stance. So I imagine she has her knees bent and she's legs are probably more than shoulder width apart and one leg is toward me. And as I'm swinging my Reaper, I'm just trying to swing it and get my Reaper to hook around her leg. I swing it and I hit her a couple of times with it. Then the next time I critically miss, which me flying is probably just looks like me doing a 360 in the air. And then I come back again and I swing and I hook her leg and I try to push her. I imagine she's in front of me and to the right is the wall and to the left side of me and her is the edge. So I'm going to try to hook it onto her, like behind her kneecap, that where it bends at. Ooh. And I'm going to hook it right there and just push her 15 feet to the ledge.
You do that, you slice, and it really feels like you're hitting her with this blade, and you see a red splash of blood as she slips and trips and spins, and she hits her chin on the stairs even as she is falling off the ledge, and you hear a scream as she slowly disappears into the mist. And one of, we'll say the little girl, the little blonde girl, looks at you and says, "Fatality."
So Devon's there and he watches her that happen. And Devon's kind of like shocked about the blood. And he's like, ugh, ugh, ugh. But I tap my foot and I start floating in the air. And then like Devon throws up a little bit because all the candy he ate and seeing the blood. So after I float up 30 feet in the air, then I barf a little bit. And I imagine I'm floating up to the next level.
If you float straight up into the air, you will be right in front of Robert McCharles. Or actually, maybe, you know what? Maybe you would be between Stefan Siegel and Robert McCharles.
Did Robbie use his push attack? Is that what happened there? And he hit? Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Tonya Blayton is out of the battle.
Nice job, man.
Yeah, so Devon, can I float up and around like in a circle, Casey, and like get above them? My movement speed is 45, but I'm pretty sure if you're, I think fly gives you a fly speed of 40, so I think my speed is 40.
That gives you a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. So you could be past Beowulf if you want to be. You can be anywhere where you want to be. Like, tell me where you want to be in this fight, as long as you're not, incredibly far away. You can be in any position you want with that spell.
Yeah, I'll kind of be up past Beowulf, but like not directly above him. I'll just float up there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you are now even higher on the stairs, but actually floating off the edge of the stairs or above the stairs. Which is it?
I'll be off the stairs for that way these guys can't move and come hit me.
Okay.
Can I be like probably 10 feet away from the stairs? But like possibly and still in a safe position that if the fly fizzles out, I can still be safe. And that's your call. I'm not understanding the scene. Is that possible to be able to do that?
Yeah, you can be floating. Yes. Yeah, you want to be out of melee distance and not. I just wanted to make sure, like, if you fall, you're just going straight into the cliffs. You know what I mean? That's the point now. Like, where you're positioned now, if there were something to make you fall, it would be straight in the cliffs and you would not fall onto the stairs. That's just what I want to make sure of.
I'll do that. I'll fall into the cliff or something.
Okay.
I trust my feather fall if I have to use it. I'll just go down another level. I trust it.
All right. And next up is Cole Steele. We're only on the second round here.
So, do I still have somebody between me and Robert McCharles and Stefan Seagill?
You are, so if you were to run forward on the stairs about 20, 30 feet, you would run into Robert McCharles. And then on the other side of Robert McCharles is Stefan Seagill, who is sparring with Beowulf on the other side of him.
All right, I got to keep playing my guitar so Devon can fly. I got to let this little birdie fly.
I mean, because it's a concentration spell, I kind of want you to just kind of be doing that in the background, but you can still do other stuff.
I was just going to say, like, you just see me, I'm letting my team here kind of get this is their main fight scene, I feel. I want them to kind of, this is where the supporting cast, like, where people are like, okay, those guys are cool, right? You guys can hate me if you want. Are you going to see Cole Steele just stay in the back, like, playing his guitar?
You're letting us have our moment of shining. I don't know about that. I'm starting to question, guys, if Lord Licorice is tricking us. But I mean, it could go either way. So now, let's see. I like the role play. Let me ask this. I like the role play here, Casey. I'm asking you directly, Casey. So I didn't pick it up when we were playing the episode, but I picked up on it when I was editing the episode. Should I not worry about it, or should I worry about it?
Worry about what you picked up on?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Lord Licorice is a good or a bad guy. I'm starting to wonder that. I mean, he gave us so much stuff, though. That's why I trusted him so much. He gave us 3 levels, like.
Mm-hmm.
But here is Tanya Bladeson and these 2 other fighters saying we're the traitors.
Yeah, because you sided with Lord Licorice, they think. Because you didn't kill Lord Licorice. Why else would you be there if you were a human? Right? You're there to kill King Kandy's people. I mean, that's their point of view.
Yeah, that's their point of view. Yeah,
but are they? Are they real? Are they constructs? Are they the actors? Are they? I don't know. You can believe whatever you want to believe at this point. I understand what you mean. Like, how can you just trust Lord Licorice? Although Cole Steele did see Lord Licorice on the boat dropping off the weapons and loot and stuff, and you guys did. Like there was licorice twine around one of the other gifts, right? Like there's been a lot of licorice hints. So Lord Licorice has definitely been helping you this whole time.
Yeah.
Whether or not you choose to trust him or not is up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely still trust him, but I mean, there's always going to be the question, though. I feel there's always going to be that question because Lord Licorice has done a lot for us.
Amen. Yeah, he has. The Lord Licorice has done a lot for all of us. He saved my soul. I know that. Cool. What you got?
Oh, I get it now. Saved your soul. I get it.
Yeah, Lord. That's just.
So I would like to do Vicious Mockery, but like it's an action, right? Cost me an action. I only have the ability to do a bonus action. Is that correct? Right now, since I'm playing my guitar.
No, you can do a full action. You just can't do another spell. Otherwise, you break concentration.
Oh.
But you can fight and do other things. You just got to put just for flavor. You got to put a little bendy in there. You got to do a little reverb. Maybe it's a long chord that's being held out while you're also fighting with your sword. It's not easy to fight with the sword and also play the lute, though.
It's not. So I would just say that I'm going to continue. I'm going to move up and I'm going to do the. Let's see here. I'm going to get kind of cocky with it because that's just Cole Steele's bit. I'm going to get close enough to where they could hit me, and I'm going to do the dodge. I'm going to do
patient defense
because I would have to do patient defense because I can't just straight up dodge right now because I'm playing the guitar. I feel like I got to do patient defense or something like that. Correct, Casey?
Oh, no, you can use your action to dodge instead of using patient defense if you don't want to use the key point, but you're going to get all your key points back anyway. Like, who cares?
Yeah. I'm going to go up and do, I'm just going to use my action to dodge. I'm going to get cocky with it, and I'm just going to kind of be in their face playing the guitar, knowing like, yeah, we have you guys had the advantage, but hey, it's 3-2 right now. And I'm just going to let them know, like, looks like you're down 1, and we're up 3. Do the math.
Robert McCharles looks at you All right. You know you ain't the only career I'm going to kill on this spire. That was a dig at you also, Beowulf.
Yeah,
I caught it.
I got it.
We got
Mhm.
it. And I'm just over here. I'm like, man, Casey, you got some nice disses. I'll give you a 10 out of 10.
I'm scrolling through them. I wrote a lot. I really did.
Oh, man.
Casey stays up
All
at
right.
night
If you don't get
in his bed, just like,
Just-
how can I hurt my friends? Yeah.
Yeah, how can I
Yeah.
insult my friends today? And then I got a list. I got a whole spreadsheet.
if you don't go through them all, we have to hear it at the end, and like you just say them all.
Going to the next turn, it is the Rivals. And Robert McCharles, after talking some shit, Robert McCharles almost dashes down the stairs, like fist first, right towards Cole Steele as he's plucking on that loot. And he has disadvantage, right? Because you're dodging?
I'm dodging.
Yep. You dodged the first one for sure. You definitely dodged the second one. It's only an 11 there. The last one actually might do it with a 19.
That hits. Come.
He's going to do 20 bludgeoning damage as he just strikes you hard with his fist. And you need to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
I will uncanny dodge to half that to 10. Let's just figure that out right now. So 10 damage. And what do I need to make? A Constitution saving throw?
Yep. If you fail this Constitution saving throw, you will be stunned until the end of your next turn.
19.
Whoa. Nice.
Good job. Yeah, you saved.
If he would have got stunned, then definitely he would have stopped playing.
Yes, absolutely. And then he kind of steps back, and he looks like he is taking some sort of patient defense stance as he waits on your next move, Cole. And way up high on the tower, we have Beowulf, or actually just a little bit further up on the tower, we have Beowulf and Stefan Seagill going to take some swings at Beowulf with his big metally arms. Actually, I rolled 19, and I rolled another 19.
Those both hit.
And then he has one more attack, which is 24.
Also a hit.
And his first attack is going to do 16 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a DC 19 strength saving throw.
Not athletics or anything, but strength.
Yep.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
I got an 8 plus 4, 12.
I need you to roll 1d6. On a 1 through 3, your weapon flies off the tower. On a 4, 5, or 6, your weapon falls to the ground safely.
I got a 1.
Your weapon flies off out of your hands and off the spire as Stefan Seagill just manhandles it with his big robot arms, and he's going to continue to swing at you for 2 more attacks. Let's roll some damage here. 17 damage on the next one. 25 damage on the last one.
Cool.
And you know what? I guess that will be his turn. Next up is Beowulf. Stefan Seagill comes in, swinging his fists, knocks your spear or your halberd or your whatever the heck you call it out of your hands, and that flies away. And he just is leaning in, just swinging his big metal arms, and he's hitting you good, hitting you for real. This hurts.
Well, yeah, and plus now I don't have a weapon, so I will go ahead and give him a Eldritch Blast close range here. So that'll look like a palm glowing red and just kind of pushing some force out of it. Again, like crimson.
All right.
And I get...
Are you at disadvantage, or is that only physical attacks at short range? I can't remember if it's ranged attacks or ranged magic attacks too.
I thought it was only bows. Bows have that.
Yeah, I think it's bows.
Sorry, I thought it was all ranged weapons.
Well, this is
Or all ranged
Oh,
attacks.
a spell, not a weapon, right? Because he took Warlock.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's either ranged attacks or ranged spell attacks, or both.
I think you can cast spells. I don't think you can. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got a 21 to hit.
Hits.
A hot 1d10. 6 damage, and he's knocked back 10 feet. No save. He's just knocked back.
I was about to say, so long, Seagill. See you later, Seagill.
Ranged spell attacks when an opponent is
10 out of 10. Oh, Chuck.
Fly like the seagulls, Seagill. If you can.
So it is disadvantaged within 5 feet. It's any ranged attack.
Any
Ranged attack rolls within 5 feet.
Okay, and you're defining that as spells too.
It's in the.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, that's the rules. Rules is written, and it's in the errata, I believe. That it clarifies it in the
Cool.
errata.
Let me try again. 28. I crit.
So yeah, you'll take the regular hit. Yeah, so you blast, and Stefan Seagill flies off of the spire and down into the fog below. Let me roll 20d6 here. He flies off into the distance below, but you do not hear one of those little redheaded kids say fatality.
Bummer. I will then use a bonus action to go into a rage.
All right.
And then I'm going to go ahead and action surge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast also McCharles.
Nice.
Who's being serenaded by Cole Steele.
Wah, wah, 13 to hit.
It does not hit.
I went for it. Oh well.
You blast. Yeah, you blast wide, and it flies behind him as he's facing off against the lootist.
Cool. Well, then without a weapon, I will put my hands in the air and...
It is up to Devon Lark at this point.
Yeah, so I have the feat charger. If you move at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action, you either gain a +5 bonus to the attack's damage if you choose to make a melee attack or hit, or push the target up to 10 feet away.
You're going to fly down like Superman and knock him off?
Exactly. I'm going to fly down like Superman and knock him off. So I got my rapier in my hand. I'm just flying forward with my rapier pointed first. My bent rapier pointed first. And I fly down and I roll a 20. Another 20. D&D Beyond. I tell you what. I forgot that I was not going to use D&D Beyond, but I did, and I got a 20.
Nice.
Does it hit?
That hit. Oh, sorry. I thought the 20 was the hit.
20 is to hit.
A natural 20?
No, a 9 plus 11.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was a natural 20. I was like, yeah, duh. Come on. Them's the rules.
Oh.
Those always hit.
Okay. And let me see with Charger if you get to make a save.
Yeah, he might not.
Choose the target up to 10 feet away from you. It does not say anything about a DC, so doesn't it just happen?
Yeah, so you fly down at him. Is this just like Superman fist out and just like push him off the ledge?
Yes, I have my Reaper that I bent a point on to make it more like an ice pick. But this time I just still charge and I still point it at him as I fly down. And it hits him. Is he wearing pretty thick armor or is he thick-skinned?
What does well, I guess that's actually a question for Matt. You created Beowulf and Robert McCharles have a pass. What is Robert McCharles must be kind of built like Beowulf, right?
Oh yeah, he was my body double. So we have a very similar like bullish upper body, skip and leg day lower body style. But yeah, he's from the belly up. He's all 6-pack ripped and everything.
Yeah, not wearing a lot of armor or anything, right? He's a physical fighter and a pretty tough dude. So yeah, you pierce him with your sword and push him over that ledge. Do you do any other damage besides the fall damage he's about to take?
13 damage. And so it's the Reaper like pierces him, and it's mostly the Reaper doesn't really push him; it just kind of pierces him. But like the momentum and the force of me flying at him full speed, my arm bends in, and my body runs into him, just kind of like oof, running into him, and that's what pushes him.
Yeah, he flies with his legs kicking, and he's screaming into the fog and down into the mist.
Devon looks over at the Raggedy Ann and Annie and the other two kids, all four kids. I look over to them right away.
Fatality.
Finish playing my song.
Guys,
That's how you fucking fight.
guys,
I want to know. Seagill.
Wait, it's not over yet, Colt.
one of
It's
them's
not
still
over
down
yet.
there.
Where the fuck is he?
One of them's down there, and he probably has my. They took my weapon. I've dropped it. Guys, I'm not good at this.
Don't worry, we can probably get another one from Lord Licorice, man. He had walls full of those things. But should we wait here? I don't want to wait here. I say we go down and we go get him. Should I fly down? Should I just go fly down and finish him off and then be right back up? But if I feel like if I stop hearing this awesome rad music stopping, then I'll probably fall. So maybe can you guys maybe what's the weight limit? Like jump on my back and we'll all go down there together. How about that?
The little blonde kids float towards you as the little redheaded kids float down into the mist. And they say, despite one of the combatants still fighting, he has been incapacitated, and the three of you have been declared the winner of this fight. You may carry on. Where may we take you next?
I'm not going anywhere without my weapon. I mean, the campaign's over if I don't have a weapon. So,
So I will give you, you can definitely go back. I mean, your weapon is probably gone unless you want to spend like a very long time looking for it. But Lord Licorice does have a lot of different weapons at his disposal. I don't think any of them are probably as, what was that? Was that magical and a plus whatever?
yeah, it was a +2 because you gave us one blue item and that was mine.
Yeah, you're probably not going to find another +2 item.
Can I look for it if I'm flying around? Maybe it's stuck on some cliff sides or something as I'm flying around. Can I look for it for him?
Sure, Robbie, give us we'll call it a DC 17 investigation check.
All right, I guess I'm still playing my guitar. Okay.
I have a spell called Spider Climb where I can literally walk on walls. I mean, can I just walk down there and get it, or is it that bad?
Well, there's it could have gone into the water. There's cliffs. There's like into crashing ocean in the cliffs, thousands of feet in the air. It could have dropped many thousands of feet away. It's really hard to say. It's pretty dire.
Let Robbie roll.
Okay. What do you think, Matt? Should I roll on D&D Beyond, roll in the Discord, or roll a die? What do you want, Matt?
Roll a die.
All right, here we go. I have a +3 to investigation.
I want to see it in D&D Beyond.
Maybe I can turn my camera on for you guys as I roll it.
Oh! It's a 19 plus 3.
Pretty good.
Robbie disappears for a minute, and he just flies down like freaking Superman or something, and then comes back through the mist and is like, easy peasy.
Dang.
So I'm coming back up, and I'm probably like, what is it? It's really long, right, Matt? I'm like probably hiding it behind my back, but you can probably obviously see it. And then I'll pull it out and I'll twirl around, but then like almost drop it. And I'm like, oh. And then as I hand it to Beowulf and I pull him in kind of close and I say, "You're not just some number, Beowulf."
I can't believe it. You, my baby, my precious. And I'll like grab it and like hug it embarrassingly. And I imagine right when it touches me, both of us glow crimson, both the weapon and me. And I'll give it a nice smooch. And I'll say, "Oh my, I thank you so much. Thank you so much." And I'll probably pull you in and hug you real big too.
You're welcome.
Man, I'm trying to float away. I'm trying to
welcome.
get away from you.
You see, because he's doing what he's doing because of this.
Yeah, I wanted.
I'm just playing the guitar this whole time while you guys are having your little bro.
Yeah, actually, I
moment.
was going to bring that up. I couldn't help but notice that Cole and I did all, or the Devon,
Devon.
this guy, and I'll pat him on the back real hard. Devon and I did all the work, and I felt like all you did was play the lute. I don't know. I felt like we did the killing, and you did the dancing and move. I don't know.
You're right. I needed to see what you were made of, and you proved yourself.
I'll look at Devon like, "Are you sure about this?" And then I'll say, "Okay." Beowulf's too much of a wuss to go much past that.
How does Beowulf feel that Devon finished off his rival? Does it make Beowulf? Does Beowulf care about that, or does Cole care about Beowulf finishing off Stefan Siegel?
Stefan Siegel's not dead. At least that's what the little children said. He's just incapacitated.
Incapacitated. I'm thinking that he's broken so many bones that he can't get up.
He's practically undead. He'll be back.
Yeah, I don't think Beowulf would just want McCharles dead. He wouldn't care. Honestly, his hope would be that he would die of cancer or something awful. But this will work. This is fine.
Slow and terrible death instead of a fast death. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he hates him so much. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't have much in his life to like distract him from that. So it's just been growing inside of him so much for years and years.
Healthy.
Before we go, Devon's kind of on the edge there, looking down, and I take out one of my stickers that say Lark Park that I tag things with, and I give it a little smooch, and I let it float away, and I, just kind of look down. I'm like, and I say, "Sorry, Tanya," and then I'm ready to leave.
Do a point of inspiration there for Devon and Beowulf.
Dude, that guy wrecked me. He did half my health in one round. Those guys were tough.
Yeah, those guys were way tougher than you probably even noticed because they went down so fast. Yeah, they were no joke.
Yeah, you said you were rolling ones and twos for Tanya's damage, and it still hit me for like 10 damage. Ones and twos did.
So you guys may go to, in your next episode, as you guys are walking up the rest of the tower and across the landing pad, and you'd also notice that there was another boat over there next to your boat that is now flying up off the tower and just straight up kind of into the storm for now. You are offered to go to the Chocolate Mountain, Peanut Acres, the Peppermint Forest, the Lollipop Woods, Snowflake Lake, the Ice Cream Palace, or the Lollipop Palace. Where are you guys going in the next episode of Crit Sandwich?
You said Peppermint Woods?
Peppermint Forest,
Peppermint
Lollipop
Forest.
Woods.
Lollipop Woods.
Yeah, I was thinking lollipop too.
So, are we deciding right now, or are we deciding next episode?
You guys got to decide now, so I can make the next episode. It really helps me.
Lollipop Woods.
I agree.
That's our destination. Take us there.
I don't know where I was going with the whole kiss thing either, but like it's one of Sonya Blade's finishers, so I'm just like, ooh, that's like a famous finisher. I'm gonna have this like build up of this finisher, but then like I didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a floating kiss that floats toward them, and then like their whole body gets set on fire. Yeah, and
If
doesn't
she threw you off, I was gonna have her like kiss you on the way down, but it did not happen because you were flying.